Right, hello VC, hi. A week last Saturday, I went on a couple of hours car journey up to the Midlands in UK, a place called Redditch, which I've never been to before, probably won't ever go to again, to see a closing down record sale that had been much publicised here in England, called Reddington's Records. Had a chance to speak to him after a considerable wait in a queue for about, I would have to say it was probably about 5 hours I queued to get into the warehouse that these records, about 75,000 that he has. I don't know how many were actually on display to be sold, all for £1. That's just £1 each. So I found 50, which I'm going to show you these babies in a minute. I don't know whether he mixed the good ones in with the general ones or whether he's still going to do that as this sale is continuing. But I sort of did find some interesting things. I think a lot of people there in the queue were looking for, Beatles and Stones, etc., etc. But there was nothing there like that. I have to say, a majority of it was, um, shall we say, the sort of things that you would generally find, certainly in the UK. Yeah, there was a lot of other stuff which I kept coming across, which I wasn't really that interested in. There was lots of Hall and Oates albums, bizarrely. I have no idea why. Didn't go for any of them. Yeah, there was a load of 7 inches which I didn't touch, just not so into 7 inches. So I think I'm pretty pleased with the day. I did take out more money thinking I would find more. I have my trusty plastic crate, a bit like that one down there, in case it was going to rain on my head or I was going to actually get a lot more to carry. As it was, 50 records to carry back to my car was pretty tiring after queuing up for so long. And then when we actually did get in, it was like pretty much people in front of you or arms coming out from behind you. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think most people when they found some stuff, however many they would have wanted to have found or what they were expecting to, I don't know. But yeah, I met some cool people in the queue. A lot of the people in the queue, I have to say, were younger people, like in their late teens, early mid 20s, which was really like encouraging. And that they actually knew about modern music as well as showing an interest in older stuff as well. Yeah, it was that sort of a day. There was some older people there, yeah. Whether the people that were there first thing got some good stuff, I don't know. But there were people carrying stuff away from there. Not shopping trolleys full, but yeah, quite a bit. So I will show you what I bought, what I think of it, a few quick quips maybe. So I'll crack on. So maybe you fast forwarded through this first bit. I don't know, but oh, okay. So let's start off here. We have Skiffle, UK artist, sort of an early best of greatest hits. It doesn't have Rock Island Line on it, unfortunately. Of course, John Peel really liked Ronnie Donegan, so that's in good nick. Original sleeve with all the different other artists on this golden guinea label. A guinea was a pound and a shilling, an old sort of English money currency, I suppose. I think we actually had a coin for one of those anyway. So I'm happy with that. Very happy with this. I know it's not sort of like a cool original album of his individual westerns, but I just wanted something with them on, and I'm very happy with that. It's got the good, the bad, and the ugly on it, and a few other ones that I'm not so sure about. It's just really good atmospheric stuff. as I say, I'll skim through some of these. This is just a Robert Palmer greatest hits. Part 1 of 2, I think. Of course, famous for Fade to Grey. This is Visage, a slightly later album. Could be interesting to see what that's like. From, I think it was 84. Yeah. Let's put those over there. Got some Boz Scaggs albums. I've had the one with him sitting on the bench for ages, but that's one. These ones I bought just to see what they were like. They were £1, so that's another one there called Down to Then Left. And this is the greatest hits, or so it says. Here's a band that a mate of mine liked, and I'm sure I've been to see live, but don't remember anything about them. The Men They Couldn't Hang. Sort of one of those bands that never really made it that big. The Nancy Griffith album was at our price there. Okay. Some sort of rock and roll compilation without the original artists. Quite a nice cover. Here's something called Elijah with a gatefold sleeve on United Artists. Don't know anything about that. Just said it had horns on it, and it says £25 US. So thought it must be something interesting. Ah, the Bangles. Well, to be honest, I quite like Walk Like an Egyptian, but this on this album is Eternal Flame. If you ever listen to it again, if you listen just for that triangle sound, I promise you, you will never like that song again. Someone with an amusing name here, Bruce Cockburn. I've never had anything by him, but I've wanted to try him at least, so I just plumped for the one by him. I think there was quite a lot of his there. This is a mid-70s album, a gatefold. Some sort of underground outsider artist. Don't know anything about him at all. Nice cover though. Some sort of compilation from the UK, hits from the Sticks. And if you can see, I don't know if you can actually see that map, but that's a map of the sort of area where the record fair, or near to where the record fair was. This is just a bit further up here with Manchester, Liverpool on here, Nottingham there. Garth Hewitt, his Christian album, Did He Jump, with a poster in there as well. More Time to Pray. Some gospel. Something more for our American friends here. Obviously about JFK. Could be interesting. Radio presentation, news channel sort of thing. A Charisma compilation of keyboards with those 6 artists on there. Pat Boone in the Holy Land. I have to admit, they don't look dressed for the Middle East. It looks like they're from South America or somewhere. Most bizarre. Dukes of Hazzard from my 80s childhood there. I definitely remember that face. Minus the tash. Yeah. I only went for one of his. This was sealed. There was another one, but I thought maybe just the one would do. It's a story that was read out on BBC Children's Television, narrated by the actor Peter Ustinov. Rick Wakeman from his late 70s, early 80s period, a soundtrack to the Winter Olympics. I'm not quite sure which one. That's a double. This is a Raymond Froggatt, who wrote some 60s songs. and this is his own stuff. He's from Birmingham, so Mr. Reddington knew this guy, knew a lot about him. Generally, he knew more about singles and 50s, 60s sort of stuff. That seems to be like his real passion. I played this, I wasn't that impressed with this. I thought it might be a bit electro keyboardy, but it was, I should have known it was Rick Derringer, so not really my sort of thing. Bailey, a Christmas record. What grabbed me here was there was an Alan Baker track on it and a Suicide track, as well as Christmas Wrapping the Waitresses, Was Not Was, some other things I've not heard of. Andre Crouch, Disciples album. Zombies compilation, one of these sort of rock roots Decca ones with some lots of B-sides on it, and this is all sort of before the what was this album they had out? It was Something and Odyssey, the psychedelic one, so this is more before then. Don't know what this is, just looked interesting. I'm going to read that. Alternating Currents by Sally B and the Buzzy Bunch. Here is a Christian album again, Rockstar. No, he had it out for £10, so whether or not that was right, I don't know. And this one, this is an English comedian who people from England would remember. Very famous for his rubber-faced impersonations and stuff. Evangelis. I think this is just a compilation or something, but I'll give it a go for £1. This isn't an original copy by the looks of it. I cannot remember any of their hits, or I don't know anything about them really. Not been on my radar. A Cher album, and Best of Sonny and Cher album. It's quite nice cover. This was sort of, by the time I got to finding my 50, by the time I got in it was about 5 o'clock in the evening, so by the time I left I was one of the last people to leave at about 9. Well, I was sort of scraping around just to get up to 50, I think, and most of the ones from that day had gone. We put out some you know, ones that people wanted more sought after. It's just some compilation, rap compilation, Out of Egypt, which I think I've already got actually. Yeah, for £1. I'm not quite sure who this is. I think it's some sort of British TV star. I'm not sure. Might be interesting. Some sort of African artist. Adventures in Negro History, Volume 2. Don't know anything about this one at all. Got a bit of industrial 12-inch here. KMFDM on there. No, not Ministry. Consolidated and Meat Deep Manifesto. I've got a Zachariah film soundtrack. Don't know anything about that. It's a bit psychedelic or something. No. The Pipkins. I think this was something to do with the sweet. Don't know anything about that really. Nice cover, I suppose. An album by Asia, which I've never tried Asia before. This is called Alpha. Got a Best of the Average White Band. Got a power themes, some more the Jerry Anderson sort of stuff there. There's Prisoner Patrick McGowan there. Well, this was priced, was 15, but I'll give that a go. Don't know anything about them, but I recognise this songwriter P.F. Sloan. He's written quite a lot of the tracks on here. I'm guessing it's just mid to late 60s. And the last two I've got a BBC TV series, Irish, sort of going over to America, sort of triple album, all in very nice condition. Did check a lot of these albums before I bought them. And the last one I saw listed for £25, but this is in good nick, cover's a bit tatty, but it's sort of Celtic music, no singing. Someone on a harp, someone on a flute, and someone on a fiddle and a bodhran, sort of like one of these old drums. Just a tambourine sort of drum with a animal skin put over it. Yeah, in fact, is that him there? Oh, he can play bagpipes as well, and hurdy-gurdy machine. So those were my finds. I think I was pretty happy with it. I was almost surprised I didn't see anybody that I knew. But as I say, it was a long wait to get into somewhere, and when I saw the queue and went to park the car, yeah, I was a bit surprised that so many people had turned out, but it was advertised, and yeah, maybe it would, maybe to go there now or any time up to Christmas would be a good idea again if we get the chance. Yeah, so I'll be making another video soon, maybe even today actually. So I will see you again shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye.